What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. Excited as hell, people. I know I was awake. I had been drinking, and I said no videos when I'm drinking, or I do my best not to. And I was watching all the other YouTubers pat themselves on the back for a job well done when they didn't accomplish a fucking thing. And just laughing at what I was seeing. And I printed out the whole opinion by the judge so I could get a better and closer understanding of what's being said. Now, the very first page, which is this one right here, all right, you see all my highlights on that page? It's going to take a whole video to talk about what this one page, the very first page, is talking about. So we're going to talk about that later. But for right now, why don't we just do this? Why don't we just cut to the chase? Huh? Let's do that. We say, what do you mean, CSI? What do we got to do? I mean, right here. She says, let's cut to the chase. The settlement cannot be approved as submitted. Now, when I read that, let me find my page note real quick on page 5. I wrote on the sidebar there, I like this woman. She's going to say, listen, I'm fixing to have to write 69 pages of shit concerning this case. And what I want to do first is just cut to the chase. It lets you know ahead of time. Your settlement is not approved. Now, there's a whole lot to be said about that statement, and she says it down here on the next page, on page 6, when she says, the settlement, therefore, cannot be approved as presented. All right? Now, people, I've told y'all in the past that when they repeat themselves, that's because they wanting somebody to pay particular attention to what they're saying, and she just told them twice. Let's cut to the chase. The settlement, therefore, cannot be approved as presented. What does that mean? That means they can present another settlement. Now, I didn't want to just make a video and not bring some receipts, so I went over here to my legal professor, and I told it, the judge said, to cut to the chase, the settlement cannot be approved as submitted. What are the plaintiffs and the defendants' options now? And ChatGPT said, when the judge does not approve a settlement in a class action lawsuit, the plaintiffs and the defendants have several options. Now, first off, let me clarify different jurisdictions and so forth, but ChatGPT is programmed for Delaware, so it's going to respond accordingly. All right? They have the following options available to them. Number 1, revise the settlement argument. Now, there you go. Now, all you sons of bitches that was commenting ugly stuff down in my comments in the videos where I was talking about a new proposed settlement and what I was proposing, yeah, and you telling me that that wasn't possible? That's the very first thing that they got to do. She said, cutting to the chase, this shit don't work as presented. You have to fix some things. So the very first thing that they can do is revise the settlement agreement. The second thing they can do is they can appeal her decision. That if the parties believe that the judge's decision was incorrect, they may have the option to appeal the decision to a higher court. However, this can be a time-consuming and costly process. The third option that Allegheny and AMC have is to proceed to trial. If a settlement cannot be reached or approved, the case may proceed to trial. At trial, the outcome will be decided by the judge or jury rather than through negotiation between the parties. All right? So they said that once they set it to go to trial, because she's wanting a schedule, what are y'all going to do? So right now, they're either working on a new proposed settlement to give her Monday, or they're preparing for trial, which I know they're not. If the settlement cannot be reached or approved, the case may proceed to trial. At trial, the outcome will be decided by the judge or jury. Now, if you were AMC, would you want this case to go before a jury? So we know that this is out of the question. The next thing they can do is the parties might also consider alternative dispute resolution methods like mediation or arbitration, which could help them reach a resolution that the court will approve. Or number 5, Allegheny can ask for a dismissal of the case and just say, you know what, Your Honor, fuck it, we're done with this. That's true until the defendants respond. When they bring the charges, they can say, never mind, we take that back. But once the ball is rolling and they have responded to the Alleghenies and filed their brief, the option for dismissal is now off the table. The plaintiffs may choose to voluntarily dismiss the lawsuit. However, this would typically mean that they would give up their claims unless a dismissal is without prejudice, which means that they could bring it back at a later time. If they would have filed the lawsuit, they could ask to dismiss the lawsuit without prejudice, meaning they could come back at a later date. That time has passed. Now, the judge can dismiss it, but them being able to do that is no longer a factor. So, that's what they can do. Now, back to the ones that was talking about me in the comments when I was talking about this proposed new settlement. This is what I filed into court, people. That class members brief in support of a new proposed settlement. All right? And I go through here and I tell the judge there are several things that they could be penalized other than just taking in shares of our stock and diluting it again. There's other things they could do, and I outlined it right here. And we're going to talk about that throughout the weekend. I'll do some videos concerning what my proposed settlement was that the judge saw and that AMC and Allegheny is probably looking at right fucking now. So y'all can get ready, put your seatbelts on. This shit's far from over with, okay? And let's just cut to the chase. We whooped that ass today. Thank you, Judge Zern. We appreciate you and God. And with that, love y'all, be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.